Yeah, I'll bring your money, greedy bastards.
Welcome back to Cooked in Court. We are going to review 2 cases of dumb and arrogant defendants that act like toddlers. Here we go. This cop pulled over a guy that committed a traffic violation by turning on red by passing another car, using a park space on the right lane. You will see him in a moment on cam.
Mr. Michaelek, you're here on this citation to do one of 3 things. First is you could admit responsibility to the citation, or 2, admit responsibility, but you'd like to provide some sort of explanation to the court as to how or why this happened, or 3, you wish to contest this citation, in other words, to fight the ticket at what we call informal hearing. What were you looking to do?
The defendant goes on with the informal hearing by fighting the ticket. That means he believes he shouldn't have been charged to begin with.
We are looking to, I thought we're fighting the ticket on the informal meeting, right? Either B or C.
Yeah, no. If you want to fight the ticket, we're informal hearing right now. That's what we're going to do. Can you turn on your camera?
Yeah. How do I do that?
The little movie camera with the red slash through it. You tap that. It should come on.
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay. Here we go.
There you go. All right. So first thing I do, gentlemen, is swear you in. So go ahead and raise your right hand. You swear or affirm any testimony that you give here today would be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Michael, it makes a lot more sense for me to start with the officer. They have the burden to establish to me why you were issued a citation in the first place. But after that, you'll be able to either ask questions or testify on your own behalf. All right?
Yes, sir.
And so with that, officer, if you want to pick up the narrative somewhere where it makes sense and explain your issuing of this citation.
He's digging himself a big hole with that cigarette. I mean, it's common freaking courtesy not to show up to court smoking like you are with your buddies.
6, I was traveling southbound on North Main Street. Ahead of me was the defendant, and I could observe him passing one vehicle in front of him that were also turning right onto West Superior Street. He pulled into the parking spot on the street to go around the vehicles in front of him and made the right-hand turn on the red light. I was able to catch up with the defendant at the Speedway in Wayland and made the traffic stop there.
Would you say that the cop looks like a younger James Bond?
All right. Mr. Michaelek, what is it you wish to tell me?
Okay. I got an illegal passing on the right because I crossed over into, like he said, the parking. I crossed the white line of the unused parking spot at the time. So I didn't necessarily think
that's not a lane of travel, so you can't use it as a
Case closed. You would think that the defendant would understand that, correct?
So you can't use it as a lane of travel.
I understand that. I wasn't necessarily using it as a lane of travel. I was using it as I see people do it countless times throughout the day. It's discouraged but not prohibited to cross a white line in a safe manner.
Okay, but here's the problem. The other cars that's sitting at that red light, right? If they were indicating, well, first of all, please stop smoking. You're in court.
It's about time he puts those cigarettes away.
Right? If we're in the courthouse, you wouldn't be smoking, right? Mr. Michaelek, I'm not talking to the officer. He's not smoking. You're smoking. Please stop. Are you going to acknowledge
that I was smoking or that I stopped?
Both. Either one. Your pick.
It's been acknowledged.
That attitude is freaking crazy. If I was a judge, I'd hold him in contempt just for that. But hey, someone's got to learn.
Okay. But essentially, you're improperly passing them.
Technically, right? I'm not.
Okay.
Because
So
my
here's the thing. Here's what you can't do, right? If someone has the right of way, in other words, they're in front of you, they have the right of way. You can't just go around them because you want to go faster or do the turn before they do. That's improper passing.
because they're waiting.
And you can do it on the left or you can do it on the right, but it is improper passing. It's not just discouraged, it's a moving violation.
They're attempting to take a left.
How does the judge have so much patience?
That parking spot is not all the way up to the end of the intersection.
Sir, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is a car in front of you at a stoplight has the right of way, not you, right? Because they're in front of you. You can't go around them by using a lane that's not a lane of travel. That's improper passing. Whether you do it on the shoulder or whether you do it in the oncoming lane, either way, you can't just pass up that car. They're in front of you. They have the right of way. You don't know whether they're turning right or going straight or turning left. They haven't decided yet because the light's red.
The indicator determined that they were turning left. That's why I shot to the right. It's a safe.
And went around them.
No, went beside them.
Buddy, last time I checked, I'm pretty sure that's the same thing.
Not going around. Well, we can argue semantics. Mr. Michaelak, what you did is an improper pass on the right.
Mahalik.
Okay. Well, you didn't correct me before now, so I was assuming I said it right. Mr. Mahalik, I would find you responsible on this citation. You do have a right to go to formal hearing. To do that, you must do two things. One is you must ask for that within 7 days of today's date. Your window of opportunity closes after 7 days. And two, you must come in and post a cash bond in the same amount as the fine to guarantee your appearance at formal hearing. Do you understand your rights on appeal?
This was the appeal pretty much, right?
No, sir. This is informal hearing. And then you would have a right to go to what's called formal hearing in front of the district court judges with the prosecutor's office. But to do that, in other words, to say, I don't agree with me finding you responsible, you'd have to do two things. One is you'd have to ask for that within 7 days. And two is you'd have to come in and post a cash bond in the same amount as the fine to guarantee your appearance.
I'm surprised by how patient the judge is. What a saint.
Do you understand those rights?
I don't understand why I'm being ticketed when I see multiple people do it every single day. That's what I don't understand.
If a whole bunch of people rob the bank and then you rob the bank, that doesn't mean you're allowed to rob the bank. Right?
Good thinking. Good thinking. If everybody jumped off a bridge, would I jump off a bridge too?
That is probably the worst example you could have given in this situation.
No, sir. That is
that one, right?
That is a lousy analogy. That would be what a not smart person would say.
So was yours.
Because
yours was
that's
a
not the
analogy.
same thing. One is breaking a law, and if you see everybody else do it, you're allowed to do it. The other one, jumping off a bridge,
I don't feel like I broke
kind of
the
a
law.
dumb example to come up with. But we're all set here. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll bring your money, greedy bastards.
All right.
Are you done?
Yes, sir, unless you want to be held in contempt of court.
You should have already been held in contempt 100 years ago.
For the language you're using in court on the record.
They had to hunt me down over 1.5 miles and run up on me to give me the ticket that I performed a safe maneuver on. That don't make sense to me.
Because you may call it a safe maneuver, but it is a traffic violation.
If it wasn't
We're all set, sir.
If it was.
Thank you. Thank you, officer. They're not always like that. Is that your first one?
It is my first one.
It's not usually like that. Don't worry. Thank you. I'm going to release you.
Thank you.
That's like the sweetest and funniest ending ever. Imagine this being your first case and seeing the suspect go ballistic like that. I believe he got let off way too easily because the judge is so lenient. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more awesome commentary videos.